Hey there, it is me, Lisa the Love Coach. That's at Lisa the Love Coach on Instagram. If that is your jam and you want to find me there, I'm also the founder of lovequestcoaching.com, where you can go and grab your free love life assessment. This is called Date Like a Queen and Attract a King. Date like a queen, honey, and attract a king. So the first step is identifying what exactly is a king and what exactly is a queen, so that you know when you're out and about and you're attracting people, who's who, right? You know what you're looking at. So I want to share a little bit about kings. It's very important that you understand the characteristics of king level men, okay? So we have a lot of women out there wanting this kind of man, but they need to have more clarity about who this guy is and what he tolerates, does not tolerate, has no bandwidth for, and how he's living his life, so that you can start asking the right questions of yourself and you can start to step into your greater inner queen, feminine queen, so that you will be a match to this type of gentleman. So a king is a man who is very aware, is very self-aware, very established, knows himself, knows what he wants, knows what he doesn't want, knows what turns him on, what turns him off. I mean, this dude knows himself through and through. This man is also a big fan of living his life on his terms. Nothing anyone can say to him is going to make him change, ever. He's solid in who he is. Now, he's also open to suggestions about how to improve and how to, he, of course, till the day he dies, he always wants to be better and improving himself on better. But like, his moral compass is pretty locked on solid. Like, he knows what's up and what he stands for. This is a man who probably is older, right? It takes a while to become a king. There are things that you have to go through in life that elevates a man into king status. So if you're probably, if you're a woman who's like over 35 and you're looking at men anywhere between early 40s and up, you can reach king level status in your 40s if you've done certain things in your life as a guy in your 20s and 30s. By your 40s, you're probably stepping into king level status. So, again, established, accomplished, a provider, a protector, takes pride in it too. Like, if you're with a guy and he's a king, you'll say something like, when he asks, what do you want out of a man? And you have to own it. And I'm going to get into like what queen level energy is and how to master your inner queen and be a feminine queen and all that. But what you'd say is, I'm interested in a man who's established and accomplished and a provider, takes pride in protecting and providing for his tribe, fiercely protective, a lion, very clear about what he wants for himself personally, professionally, the kind of life that he is creating, and has the mindset and the means by which to accomplish it, and is very driven and directed, disciplined, connected to faith, very faith-based. Can't do that by yourself. You can't reach that level of success and security without having truest faith in yourself, which means belief in a higher power. So that is certainly, what I would say to a man like that. And when you say it to a king, their face lights up. They puff out their chest like, you're just defining exactly who I am. The ones who are not kings, they will retreat. They'll look at you, they'll give you the holy shit face. They'll give you the, whoa, like, this is a tall order. Like, her standards are really high. right? So you have to be able to observe when you give a king this level of compliment. You know, a king is a man who doesn't shy away from responsibility or discomfort. He's like, let's go. What's the problem? How can I solve it? What's the problem? How can I help? Not, I don't know how to do that. You do that. I don't know how to do that. No, he's very alpha, right? Kings, super alpha. They probably have very set ideas about the kind of people that they associate with, the places that they go. You know, they're very particular, and they should be, because they're a king. King doesn't just go anywhere, you know. They're very kind and they're very gracious to people. They can be perceived as arrogant, and that's just because they really know who they are. So they don't have time for bullshit, right? So it's important that as the queen, you help them temper that, right? I'm going to teach you how to do that. So I'm going to do a whole full-on series of, you know, date like a queen to attract a king. But the first episode of this, the first one in the series, is getting clear and understanding what king level energy is in men. Yeah, in men. And really being very clear about what you want for yourself as a woman, so that you could get very clear about the kind of man that you are open to receiving. And if you are looking king level energy, then there is a way for you to date like a queen so that you attract that. So the point with this is, you look at law of attraction, like attracts like. So if you're dating and you're, you know, the parade of losers, one after the next, that is telling you a lot. It gives you a lot of information. It's saying, what is it in me that's attracting this? That's always the number one question to ask. So when you ask yourself, what is it in me that is attracting this? Why am I attracting this? It should always be the question. Take 100% responsibility for what you're attracting. It means that your thoughts are affecting an energy within you that's putting out like bat signal to douchebags and losers. So that means that you have the power to control your thoughts, get some new beliefs going, so that you can start to make the positive changes in your life and the positive thoughts that you need to emit a different energy, so that you stop attracting douchebags and losers and disingenuous beta asshole men who can't commit and don't have anything to offer. Basically, they just want to kind of pal around with you for, you know, indefinitely. And, you know, look, some of them are cool guys. I'm not gonna hate on the betas, right? They're cool. Plenty of them are kind, wonderful men, but they're not kings. They're not. So don't trip it up. Don't try to bullshit yourself into thinking just because somebody is nice to you, treats you great, generous, all this, that they're a king. There's a whole lot of other stuff that they have to be doing and being for themselves, not just for women, but for themselves. All right? So a king, where does a king live in? Does a king live in a bullshit place? A king lives in a castle. And this means that, you know, he is very prideful about where he lives. He's not going to slum it. He's not going to be dirty. I'm not saying he has to have a palatial mansion. I'm saying that, let's say he owns a 2-bedroom, I don't know, condo. It's impeccable. It's decorated nicely. It's cleaning lady comes every other week. It's, you know, things are in its place. He doesn't give you wine out of a solo cup. A king does not roll like that, right? And if that's the kind of low vibe crap that you're, you know, attracting, you got to handle that and figure out what it is that you get to change inside yourself, so that you can up-level you and up-level who you're attracting. Because that's the empowerment piece. It's, we get to tune in our frequency, our radio. We are energetic frequency, little towers of energy, emitting energy all the time. So if you want to tune into a king, but you're acting like a peasant, you're not going to attract the king. You're going to get where you are. So it's very important that when you're dating, don't be hard on yourself. Be very open to seeing who is this person and what is it in me that is attracting this, so that you can shift it. I'll give you an example. I had a client the other day and she told me that she has this pattern where she keeps attracting men who are in transition. They're either separated or they're like almost divorced. They're in transition, or they might be moving to another city because their job. Like they're nobody's like solid and grounded. And she's like, I don't get it. What's going on with that? What is that about? So we started to look at her own life. So I said, okay, if you're attracting people who are in transition, where in your life are you in transition? What loose ends do you want to tie up in your life in the next 30 days? And she's like, oh my gosh, I never thought of it that way before. Like, I have my career and it's kind of not where it needs to be. It took a dive during COVID and I want to change it and crank it up again. So I was like, okay, let's coach around that, because the better you start doing with you and the more grounded you are with you, then you're going to emit a radio frequency, like same like a radio wave, boom, out there to the ether of the nothingness, but it's going to attract in stable, secure men who are staying put. Not these guys who are like trying to hook up with you because they think in 3 months they're going to move and they're going to like, let's have a little, send off. No, you want to get somebody who's super grounded and committed. Michelle says, thanks for the information, Lisa. Oh, you're welcome, love. Hope you're doing great. Much love to everybody who's on Facebook Live today. I see a bunch of people coming in and out. Amazing. I know you're all busy, so I'm hopeful that you'll catch this on the replay. If you're catching this right now on the replay, click replay. If you're catching this on YouTube, definitely leave a comment. Hit the bell notification so that you can get notified for this party whenever I come on with videos. And you could also subscribe to the channel and find yourself with a bunch of fun, no bullshit, real talk about dating and relationships, but at like a king queen level, right? This is for like the big boys and the big girls. This isn't for people who are still chasing ass and trying to like be on conquest mode. That's not what this is. But if you are serious about finding true, enduring, beautiful love that you could build something incredible, and you're ready for that, but you feel like you're not attracting the things that you kind of want to in your life, whether it be personally, professionally, all that, then this is the information for you. That's what I do. I'm a certified professional life coach, and I specifically focus on helping type A, go-getter, woohoo, success-minded people doing great in their professions, to figure out why they struggle when it comes to dating and relationships and get to the bottom of that so they can shift it, and then they can open themselves up to the best kind of love relationship that they deserve, and they know that is out there for them, right? They know it, they just don't know how to get to it. So those are my people, and I truly hope that, defining out a little bit of what is a king, understand what a king is, helps you. So now I want to dive into like what makes a queen. How does a queen behave? What is the mindset of a queen? This is really important, and I would imagine that men would find this information important too. There are a lot of men who come to my channel and follow me who are wanting marriage, who are wanting that forever person. It's not just women. It's a big mistake that women make, that they go around saying all guys are dogs, all they want to do is chase ass, all they want to do is, they don't want to commit. That's not true at all. I coach them. I coach many men who are in marriages and they want to make the marriage even stronger as they head into a whole new decade of the marriage, or they want to solidify their bond even further now that the kids are grown and they're out of the house and they're rediscovering each other. They want the sex to be good. I coach couples, and men are very much into commitment, very much. I also coach singles. And there are single men out there who are very successful, who, for whatever reason, attract drama women And I'm going to get into what that's about in a second when I start describing what a queen is, or it's also described as a high value woman. And they get a little put off because they think all women can do, they're crazy, and they complain, and they're very adversarial. So I'm going to start to dive into queen level energy, or behaving as a feminine queen. You'll hear it said that way. You'll also hear it as a divine feminine. That's another way of saying it. But I like to call it, feminine queen, behaving like a queen. And it took me a really long time to step into this type of energy. And as I approached my incredible, dare I say it out loud, 50th birthday in 2 months at this video, which is January the 11th, 2021. So if you're catching this video recent, or you're catching this years from now, 2 months from now, I will be 50. So when I tell you it has taken me quite the journey to go from, princess to queen, because I believe I have firmly stepped into my queen. I wear my crown on a tilt though, because I'm from New York. So I want to represent the Bronx, little hip hop vibe. So my queen hat goes a little on a tilt, but it's sparkly. So yeah, let's dive in, shall we? Okay, so a queen. How does a queen behave and carry herself? Well, she knows what she wants and she owns it. A queen is incredibly clear about not only what she wants in a man, but also what she wants out of her life. And she is actively operating from a place of goal, achievement, and attainment. So meaning, she knows what she wants for her life, and she is actively every day working to achieve it. She does not need rescue, but she loves companionship and wants and is open to sharing an amazing life with an amazing king of a man. A queen believes that what she wants out of life, both for herself and in a partner, exists. She's full on in faith, knowing in the pit of the soul of her heart and soul, she knows it. It's a knowing, confidence that what she wants exists and that she's worthy of having it. So if you are a queen, you know what you want, you know it exists, and you believe that you are worthy of having it. And that's what excites you and wakes you up in the morning to be like, I'm going to go get this thing. I'm going to go create this thing. I want this thing. I believe it exists. I'm going to get it. I'm creating it. Now, when we queens are in that mode, keep in mind, we are doing, that means we're in our masculine. So it is necessary for queens to be in their masculine. It's when we're working. It's when we're creating. It's when we're doing things. We're taking action in our lives, right? But a queen also knows when it's time to turn on the feminine and how to do that. And that's this exact stuff that I had to go through and learn for myself, and that I teach women that coach with me. There's a time to be in your being self. Who are you being? And leaning back, and how to have conversations from a place of a feminine energy, right? There are definite moments to be masculine. There are definitely moments to be feminine, of course, everybody. And it has nothing to do with gender. It has to do with energy, right? So both exist. You have a lot of men who get into their feminine energy, and it's awesome, right? And then you have men who are full on in their masculine. Same thing happens with men and women, and it should, and you fluctuate from time to time. But a lot of times women, especially women who live in the Western culture, they have been raised and given a set of societal beliefs that put them more into their masculine energy. So it's certainly something to watch out for, because a lot of women who I coach are often frustrated that they're not attracting these, go-getter type men, these alpha kings that they say they want. And then I realized, well, that's because you're being a masculine alpha woman instead of alpha woman when it comes to work, but a feminine queen when it comes to your playtime, when it comes to taking care of yourself, when it comes to your family, your self-care, taking time for you, nourishing yourself, knowing how to give to yourself spiritually, emotionally, so that then you can show up as a queen and you know how to deliver suggestions to your king instead of try to control and manipulate and tell him what to do and scold him. And that leads me to, she does not regard men as the enemy on any level. She does not. A queen does not perceive men to be the enemy at all. She does not emasculate them, lecture them, scold them for being bad. She does not judge. She just simply exists in her feminine queen energy and inspires her man to be a yet better, more elevated, more aware version of himself. And that type of woman gets a man to cherish her. A queen is not interested, although flattered, she's not interested in being lusted for. It's very flattering, yes. Oh, you're beautiful. Thank you. So hot. I'm hot for you, man. And a king could very well say that to a woman, Oh, I find you so sexy. Oh my God, you're delicious. What the things I can do to you, wonderful. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, you're like such a man. But she holds herself true to herself, and she isn't making him wrong for desiring her. He's a man. She's a queen. You should desire me. I am desirable. I don't blame you. I agree with you. How can you not desire me? Look at this. Come on. It's confident, right? Thank you. Thank you. I'm so flattered. Oh my God. Honey, when the time comes, you are going to just ravage me, aren't you? Oh my God. I have to prepare. Okay? It's that energy, right? When they start being very flirty, very touchy, very trying to, get to the physical, and you're not ready, a queen doesn't emasculate or disparage or scold. She stands her ground with grace, and she says politely, oh, honey, we're going to get to that. Don't worry. Oh, it is not a matter of if. It is a matter of when. So trust me, when you're ready for it, you will be the first to know. When I believe that we're ready for that, when I'm ready for that, you will absolutely be the first to know. And you smile and you touch his arm, touch his back. I love it though. I love that. I love that fire's burning for you, for me. I love it. Every time we hang out, I feel closer to you. I feel I'm learning more about you. I love it. Good. Makes me happy. Nice. But notice, am I going to your place? No, not yet. No. Right? And then what happens? I'm not interested in the lusting after me. It's nice. Right? Queen. A queen is interested in being cherished and cared for. So what does that mean? It's little things like you're hanging out together, you both drove, you meet at a place, you're together for hours. Now it's late, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock. Oh, I'm going to go. Okay, so great, so much fun, la la la. King will say, as he puts you in your car, hey, text me when you get home. I want to know that you got home okay. Okay, I will. And if you forget, let's say, you get in, you go to take off your makeup, whatever, you're in the bathroom, you're doing your thing, getting ready because you're dating. You haven't had accountability in a while, right? Let's say you were single for a long time, right? You're used to doing you. You're used to just being answering to you. And now all of a sudden you went out with this beautiful king and he puts you in your car. Hey, do me a favor, text me when you get home. I want to know you got home okay. That's a king move. That is a king-ass move. and you forget. Well, have no fear, because the king will time in his mind. When you drive off, the king is thinking. Why is he thinking this? Because he protects and provides. He protects and provides. The things that he cares about, he protects and provides. So if he has any care for you, which is what you want, before the sex is had, you want to have confirmation that this person cares for you. Doesn't just lust for you, doesn't just think that he's hot, that you're hot. Oh, you're so hot for each other. Oh my God. Okay, that's wonderful. Necessary. Chemistry off the charts. But does he care about you? Right? So I'm just giving you a teeny one of many examples. I share more when you coach with me. Fine, we do the whole thing. But for now, caring is key. So you forget. Doesn't matter. He calculated in his brain. He's like, this chick probably lives around 20 minutes away from me or 15 minutes away from me. So if it's, let me see what time it is now. It's, 11:42. That means by midnight, I should be hearing from her. And if I do not hear from her by, let's say, 12:10, I'm gonna text her. Right? So now you're home. Oh my God, I just had the best date ever. I'm brushing my teeth. I'm washing off my makeup. I'm doing it. And it's like, oh no, I have to feed the dog. I have to, whatever. I have to let him out, let him go pee. Da da da. And I'm like, shit, forgot. Oh my God. Bling. Hey, beautiful. Just checking to see you got home okay. Oh my God, this is a king. I did. Thank you for checking on me. Just had to tend to the dog or whatever. Brushing my teeth, washing my face. Sorry, forgot to text you. Right? And they're going to be on your ass about that. Because again, they protect and provide. They cherish the people that they invite into. A king is very particular about who he invites into his circle. And so when you are invited into his circle, he already looks at it as, I'm going to protect and provide for this person. Whether or not it lasts, whether or not you hit it off, whether or not you decide, yeah, I think I'm kind of just into this dude as a friend, as long as you are in his company and on his watch, a king will see it through. They finish. They want to know that you are okay. It matters to them. King. Amazing. And that's just, again, like one way that you could identify if, does he care about you? And a lot of women get sucked into a situation where a man is testing them to see if they are queen level. And then they fold. Meaning they'll invite you to their house prematurely, most likely. And women who are not queen level will go. And there'll be wine and cocktails or whatever, and now you're in his home and you start to get close and make out and all this, and the next thing you know, it's like, second date, you're sleeping with this guy, and now you don't have any set idea if this guy cares for you. He definitely lusts after you. He's hot for you, which is wonderful. Great to have chemistry, amazing. But does he care for you? That has yet to be seen. That doesn't happen in a week. It doesn't happen in 2 weeks. It doesn't. Having a caring relationship blooming, like starting off, takes time. It takes time. It takes a lot of time to develop a level of rapport and trust with this other person. So people are just, hopping in the sack, being like, yeah, look, don't get me wrong. Sexual compatibility, absolutely a must in a relationship. 100%. I'm all about that life. But I am also just saying to you, if you are a queen, you are not turning over your body, your mind, your soul, your spirit, your energy, your attention, physical, until you know you are cared for. Because when you get the base of being cared for, that is the beginnings of being cherished. Right? So when you have that first encounter of sex and you're with somebody and you've been hanging out together and you're getting to know each other, and yeah, there's kissing and there's making out and there's all kinds of deliciousness happening, right? And then it takes it to that level where you're like, all right, I'm ready. I'm ready to take it to the next level with this man. Why? Because I have enough information, I have enough data to know that I am cared for deeply and cherished at this point. And so it's not just going to be hooking up. It's going to be a mutual expression, beautiful mutual expression of the time of the courtship, of leading up to that particular point. And everybody has their time of when that happens and when they feel ready for that to be. So don't think that, a king is going to not complain. He's a guy, he's a man, he has needs, right? He's going to be like, oh, come on, just stay over. And you got to hold your ground as a queen. You got to be like, and you have to know what to say in those situations. It's 10 o'clock, don't drive yet, don't drive, just stay over. I have my little wing dog. I'm sorry, I have to go. He's going to pee my entire house. I can't. And it's not true. Taz does not pee in the house. He's great. I mean, sometimes you'll have a little accident here and there, but, have your reason. Have your reason. I have a really important call in the morning. I have to be sharp on my game. I can't stay over. I'd love to, and someday I will, but right now I'm not ready to. And don't be afraid to say, you know what, right now, not ready for that yet. But I will let you know as soon as I am. You will be the first to know. It is a matter of when, not if. Let them know that you're attracted to them. Let them know that, give them a little something. Give them a little hope, right? I love learning about you. I love every time we go out, I feel closer to you. And I mean, you need to get your game on. You have to know how to touch a man, how to look at him, how to put your body language up on him. Like, there's a mastery to this. And it took me years. I was like always so masculine. If a man asked me to come back to my place and I wasn't ready, I wouldn't be gracious and kind about it. I would probably emasculate him, yell at him, lecture him, come at him with some snide remark, oh, that's what this is about? Of course you want me to come back to your place. I'm not ready to come back to your place. Who the hell asks a woman back to his place after first date? What's wrong with you? Making them feel wrong. This is not good. Not good. What else does a queen do? Well, a queen trusts herself to walk away from anything and anyone that is not aligned with where she is going next in her life. Like I said, queen knows exactly where she's going in her life. She knows the kind of people she wants in her circle. And she will not entertain anyone who is not that. She might be cool and gracious and friendly and always nice to people, but to be in her circle, not everybody gets past the moat. You want to be in the castle with the queen, you need to swim the moat. Not everybody gets past the moat. So that's a very important thing to understand. And if you are living committed to never emasculating a man and always assuming that there is a good reason for why he is behaving the way he is, you're probably going to get into a lot of fights with women. You're going to have a lot of like this with women, because you're going to start seeing and you're going to start paying attention to how women speak disparagingly about men a lot. In movies, in society, chit-chatting, in books, in articles, and magazines. Definitely, I'm sorry, people are blowing up my phone. Come on, no more. Let me just settle this real quick while we're on this. So we are in times where people are all about blowing up my phone. But I want to make sure that I'm bringing you this important message, because people are still, going out and about dating and having these relationships happen, and they're not understanding the energy of king and queen, and it's very important that you do. And so when you decide that I am no longer, like you make a commitment to yourself, and you write it down on a piece of paper if you have to, and you say, I am no longer going to disparage or emasculate men, and I'm going to not be an adversary. I'm going to be a partner. And I know what I bring to the table, but I know what men bring to the table as well. They are special and they're different than I am. I am a woman. He is a man. He is unique and special and magical and beautiful in his own way. And I get to learn about this person. And if they do something that seems a little off, there's good reason for why. Let's understand one another. Let's go in to seek understanding. And look, if you gain understanding and you're observing and it's just not for you, well, a queen knows how to walk away from something that is not for her with grace and dignity and integrity. And she knows how to be polite about it. No need to yell, no need to accuse. But she knows exactly who she is, and she is excited and open to learning about who that man is, right? And she's interested and engaged. So let's pick out some key points, little reminders. There are many, many more attributes of queen energy and queen, how to roll like a queen. And I coach on this stuff all the time. So if you're a woman out there and you're fed up with who you're attracting and it's just the same old, younger guys at the gym hitting on me, what are they going to do for me? Or broke ass guys who, they come around, but they're not making plans, they're not consistent, they're inconsistent, and you want consistency, you want a king, right? And you're fed up. Shouldn't be fed up. You should do is ask yourself, what is it in me that attracts this? And then commit to yourself to handling whatever it is. It doesn't have to take long, but if you do nothing, you will continue to attract the same bullshit, I promise you. And my loves, I don't want you to be figuring this out at 50. I mean, I figured it out probably, 48, 47. Queen level energy to attract a king is fierce, right? And so it's very important that you get into yourself, you go inward, and you start to understand language, how you carry yourself, your mindset. All of these things add up. And when you have all of that in you, dating becomes this amazing adventure where you're calling the shots. You're the one who's in control. You're the one who's being chased and pursued. And men love that. They love it. Men like to conquer. They like to be on their toes. You make it too easy for them. You put them into beta, and then you become alpha. No good. You're assuming a masculine energy, and a queen does not do that. Queen takes on masculine when she needs to. Gotta get shit done. Let's go. Let's do it. Let's do this. In my business all the time. Hey, I need to do this. I need to do this. I'm in a to-do energy. Whenever you're in a to-do energy, you're in a masculine energy. So I'm going to do some more stuff on masculine energy and all that, and feminine energy. But for now, I'm hopeful this helped you out. I want all of the kings and queens out there to find each other. So nice. I'm Lisa Concepcion, certified professional life coach, dating and relationship expert, and founder of lovequestcoaching.com. So you can find me there, or you can find me on Instagram at Lisa the Love Coach. Much love to all of you, and see you soon. Bye.